It doesn't need to just be when we have the tours happening. We have the signs up all the time, and we're letting people know you can go there at night if you want to. So yeah, it's been really great. The response has been awesome, and people are just like, this is super cool having these international artists being part of this first time ever festival. So I'm just so glad that what was once a concept turned into this, and we're still having a great time with it. We've got a week and a half or so left of the festival and way more time to take a look at the exhibit. So
thank goodness that there are steps to communicate how to work this, and that it's become so much easier than it was, years ago. So Crystal, do you have any final words for folks in the crowd who are looking perhaps to get into immersive technology for public arts in their communities?
For me, I was hesitant before because I have, big, huge paintings and studios, and I love the textures and everything, but you can do all the same things, if not more, in that space. And I found it just it's so fun to experiment as a mixed media artist. It's just really cool to see like, what's another thing I can do? What's something else I can add? And it's just endless. And I feel like you almost can't keep up with the options, but I really think it's worth it to explore. It's just like improv. I think everyone should take an improv class. I think artists should all experiment in the space, because it just opens your mind. And maybe it's not something you're going to keep going with, but it will help you in other areas of what you're working on. So I think it's awesome for anyone to explore. And I think it's great that we're allowing the community here as well to try it out for the community challenge. I think it's awesome. And I think everyone should try it out. And it's great that you're offering the opportunity for that with these artists.
Well, thank you so much, Crystal. That's super helpful. And we really appreciate collaborating with you and your spirit and just everything that goes around this. It's a lot of work, and but we couldn't thank you enough. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. So we're going to switch gears. We're going to bring up a group of artists who are part of the collaboration onto the stage. So bear with me as we invite some folks.
Thanks so much, Crystal, for putting this together. This has been so spectacular. I'm so happy to be a part of this.
I'm so grateful that you are, and the team has just been amazing. So
absolutely.
It's been so great to see the vision come to life. So thank you so much for all your work.
Yeah. My pleasure.
See here. Looks like we are. Is that everyone? Sorry, one second.
Cool. Ollie.
Not seeing them in the,
Ollie or Dorothea's Joy of Creation.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them in the green room. So we'll just continue on.
Okay.
Cool. So Gabriel and Taroa, thank you so much for joining us. Just kind of kick things off, we'd love for you to introduce yourself, name, the title of your work, and where are you calling in from? Also, what's your medium that you like to use in the space?
You want me to start? I can go first, or do you want to go, Gabriel?
Go ahead.
Hey, Rob. Hey, JBR. I'm from Canada, so it's really super exciting for me to actually have a piece of my art be displayed here in my own country, because most of the time it's elsewhere. So it's been really phenomenal. So I'm really excited about that. Do you want me to just talk about my art, or?
Yeah, just real quick. Yeah.
So the piece I submitted was Universe in the Shell. So mine was a 3D piece. I'm actually really new into doing 3D art, but I really find it fascinating. So I enjoyed, getting a chance to use the Illust.Space platform to create this 3D piece that would be available to be displayed here in BC. So that was, there it is. So that was my Universe in the Shell was the concept of basically the universe. I wanted this sort of universe type skin to be sitting on the shell, that sort of like was the idea of us all being connected and all of these twists and turns that brings us all together within one space.
Amazing.
So did Dorothy pop in? Joy of Creation, because I know she wanted to speak as well. If not, I'll speak on hers because I have that information.
Great.
So Dorothy had done her piece. Let me get the name of it here. Was Feverish Fantasy, and she does these amazing artworks where she does all these textures and colors. She does a lot of digital art. So this is a digital painting that she created. Yeah, there it is. So amazing textures. And her piece was about bringing in emotion. So let me just find her. It says that the emotions, the fiery reds and oranges represent intense passion, while the cooler blues and greens symbolize the calmer, more reflective state of mind. So it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, it really is. It really
Awesome.
is.
And yeah, Gabriel, if you want to share a little bit about yourself and the work that you did.
Yeah, I'm Gabriel Tolliver. I'm based out of Cleveland, Ohio. My piece was called Dancing Bears. And, the inspiration was when the call came out to submit was the fact that this was like a walking tour in nature. And so I just started thinking about bears, bacchanalia, and honey. And I like to write haikus. So I said, let me do something with haikus and bears and nature and bees and honey. And so I created this piece, Dancing Bear. I work across media platforms, film, video, writing, and stuff like that. So for me, this is a fantastic tool to, create and share in a different way. I think it's part of the future, along with like aspects of AI and stuff like that. And it's a great experience. So thank you for including me, and to all who organized this. So yeah.
So Gabriel, this question's to you because I know Taroa's used AR before, but is this the first time that you've used augmented reality?
Yes. Very first time. Yeah.
And how was the process for you?
It was cool. I mean, like anything, there's like a learning curve and like nuances and stuff like that to figure out. And I'm a type of like visual oriented learner, so I have to be with something and play with it and fall down, get back up and everything. So it's cool. I mean, I see a whole world of potential with it in terms of like my artistic work outside of my like commercial work. So it was a lot of fun.
It's really nice. And it was such a great piece of work too. So apropos to nature and the surroundings. Great job.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And back to you, Gabriel. Was there a moment in the process when the technology made you maybe rethink your artistic ego in a good way or a humbling one?
Quite honestly, no, not really. I mean, like, I think the challenging thing for me was writing the haikus that were reflective of like the video pieces of Bears and Honey. I mean, like, I went through several iterations with VO3 in terms of getting the bears and the honey footage to where I wanted it to be. And so if that was a challenge, it was with that aspect of it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Okay. So final question for the two of you. This is rapid fire. So if your AR piece could talk, what would it whisper to strangers passing by at 2 a.m.?
Mine would be a celestial music. That's it. No words, just music. Absolutely.
I think mine would be, quoting Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent forest fires, and respect the bees, respect nature.
Love that.
That's fabulous. Trish Gia says 100%.
Dorothy just popped in. I don't know if you guys want to bring her up.
Yeah, we have just a little bit of time to say hi. Yeah. You want to just quickly
Dorothea, if you could please just introduce yourself, let us know where you're calling in from, and what is your favorite medium, artistic medium?
Yes, hi. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'll be really quick. Yep. I know we have limited time. I live in Florida. I'm originally from Denmark, and I'm very happy to be a part of this. It's super exciting. I've never done AR before, so this is my first time, and I definitely want to explore it further. My favorite medium is oil paint and digital painting. When I paint digitally, it's basically with oil paints mostly as well. I just love that medium in general, the way it works, the way it mixes together and all that. It's just I love that. So so that's the way I created my piece as well, with digital oil paint and a little bit of sprinkle of another app on top of that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, great to see you.
Well, thank
You
you
as
all
well.
so much for joining on the stage. We're gonna go to our next quick hot seat with Sven. So
Congratulations, artists. It was
Yo.
fabulous.
all right. Hey, how's it going, Sven?
Very good, thank you. It was a nice conversation, great meeting. I love it.
Man, it's so good to see
I
you.
love the vibes from the artists, and yeah, that's great.
Well, appreciate you joining us. Yeah, JBR, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I have questions.
Good. Go ahead.
Yay! All right. As the community leader behind the 23 artists, how did you approach curating and supporting such a diverse group of creatives for a digitally driven public art experience like the Balanced Forces?
To be honest, I just jumped in and told the guys. So me as a elder guy, I'm working with 3D and AR for like 10 years now, or 15 years. So I'm a self-employed graphic designer. I'm running my own small agency, and I'm always curious about new techniques, new way of expression art and whatever. And that's what my 22 Artist Collective is about. They have to learn something new. I told them, you have to learn something new, get out of your comfort zone and learn something new. It's you're not forced to do it, but it will be a great experience for you. That's what I told them. And I told them, lose respect. AR or 3D art is mostly new for the most artists in my collective. But I told them, just try it out and do it. And that's what our collective is about. Try it, go out, don't be afraid of something. You only can win, you can't lose.
That's
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, in your experience, how does digital art, especially through AR 3D formats, create new connections of visibility for artists who might not otherwise be, they might be overlooked in traditional spaces?
No, it's like maybe we talk about this later. It's AR is something like a missing link in my eyes, for especially for the NFT Web3 artists. And my collective is all about NFTs and Web3. They're all very focused on the traditional marketplaces like Foundation, Object, and whatever. And I think AR and 3D in combination with 3D is the third dimension. Yes, it is, and then they can see their artworks from different perspectives. So they can walk around it, turn it around, whatever, and they can place it everywhere they want. They are not fixed on one marketplace. They can put it in front of their own house or facilities where they are living. They can place it even on Times Square. So everybody is hyped when I'm chosen being displayed on NFT NYC, but you can do it on your own right now with AR. Just you have to organize a little bit and go out and express yourself, tell it to the world.
Right, absolutely. And with your experience, your background as a 3D artist and web designer, how did those skills influence the way in which you shaped the artist's experience from submission to seeing their work placed in augmented reality?
Well, it was funny to see, as we have seen Dorothy from the group before. She's part of the 23 artists, and there are some 3D artists, but none of them have submitted anything. What I was surprised a little bit, but I expected they were submitting, but it's more positive and more, I think, more exciting to see artists, traditional 2D artists like Dorothy, trying out losing the fear for using 3D and AR, and of course, they always come to me and have some question. What is about this, and how does it work there, and what to do with this and there and whatever. And I'm medium in our collective, and everybody comes to me and asks me a lot of questions. And of course, that helps that I have experiences in 3D and AR. I've worked for the first time at the Illust system for the first time too, so it was something new for me too to get used to it, but it was easy to handle, and it's more fast to explain my artists how to use it and what they can do with it.
That's great. Well, yeah, I guess from your perspective, for artists who are just starting their journey in digital art, do you have any recommendations of how they can get involved in the community? Are there any platforms, resources, spaces you suggest for learning or connecting or getting support?
For 3D or AR, you mean?
Yeah, digital art specifically. Yeah, like if new folks are coming to you and as with your perspective and running the collective.
We are always open in our collective for new members. We are right now 65 people in our collective, from everywhere of the world, from Iran to Venezuela, USA, Canada, Germany, France. They're coming from all over the world. Indonesia, there are some, and they are all very open-minded, and it's for them and for new artists joining us, it's using AR. It will definitely be part of the 23 artists in the future, but we will use it in some way for our own exhibitions, whatever. And then I always recommend try out something new, and you get out of, as I said before, get out of your comfort zone. The marketplaces of Web3 and crypto marketplaces, they're not everything. They are more to explore outside, and AR and 3D is one, as I said, one missing link for me personally, and even for the whole community, Web3 and NFT community, to find a new audience outside of Web3 and the crypto market. That's my perspective, and let's do it. I'm open. We have already discussed about it for collaboration between us, and I'm excited what will happen next.
Yeah, where will we go next? That's the question.
Yeah.
Awesome, Sven. Well, thank you so much for your time, for your communication, and just your overall just zeal for.
Of course, Crystal, for giving me the chance, and this was a great experience for me, and more to come. I love you.
Appreciate that, Sven. Love you.
Love you so much, Ben. Thank you.
All right, so we are now going to go into our next group of creators.
All these artists are so amazing, and the list just keeps getting better and better. Hi.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Trish.
Did the Robo make it in? Gosh,
I didn't see him in the green room, but Trish, it looks like you're able to escape between classes and join us for the chat. Oh, it looks like your audio is not coming through. She's getting that sorted. Z, how's everything? Are you over in Austin, Texas?
Yes, we're world building in Austin, but we have a decentralized community working together, building the Coralverse. And awesome. So, really excited to have my piece in this exhibition. Thank you so much for organizing it.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just throw up the cameo. I see that you're sharing your screen. So this is the Coralverse.
Yeah, this is just a sneak peek basically we're bringing real world ocean conservation with adventure gaming. So it's really fun that we're able to bring various styles of architecture to life in ways that weren't possible before, like Web3 technologies and augmented reality. And so we're turning these estates into immersive worlds. And so we're trying to gamify ocean conservation and help solve some of the issues that we're facing around sustainability and the dying off of our coral reefs.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really interesting. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. And Trish, I think I hear your audio.
Oh, can you hear me? Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And Trish, remind us where you're calling in from.
Oh, I'm at St. Peter's University where I teach. I'm a full-time faculty here in the art department. I teach traditional art classes as well as the digital arts, and I've introduced XR into the university curriculum with augmented reality as one of the classes. I got the full-on buy-in to teach that course now, and I teach artificial intelligence courses as well. Last semester was ethics in art and artificial intelligence, which I think is a really important topic. And I'm trying to get a VR club going. So
Wow.
student run, so it's a lot to do.
You're like superwoman. I swear, it's amazing. I'm so happy to just kind of know you on
You're
the
so
spectrum of
sweet. Oh, my God.
the microcosmic part of the Milky Way. So
Well, I'm honored to be here, and amongst you are all amazing, Jeff and JBR and Rob. Thank you so much for having me.
absolutely, absolutely.
JBR, before we jump into the questions,
Yeah,
just want to set the room because we're basically halfway through the chat, and there might be some new folks coming and joining us. So just quickly saying, yeah, it's been really great speaking with you all. We're talking about Balanced Forces, which is this art exhibition that took place in Port Moody, British Columbia, where we got to work with the city and do a global call for artist submissions. So we're bringing artists onto the stage who have participated in the call, who had their works actually placed at Port Moody along their shoreline trail. And so we're just sharing more about our experiences with digital art, AR, public art, and yeah. So that's just quick context. And so by all means, JBR, take it away.
Let's go. Right? Oh, let's go. So how did working in AR change your sense of public space? And let's see, answer that first.
Oh, okay. Well, I first got interested in augmented reality in 2007. So that was way back with markers and things like that for it to even start working. And I then was doing it with Unity, with the Vuforia plugin, before it was Spark AR. And then I got into Spark, and then Meta killed Spark. But I've been loving Illust.Space. Rob, I'm such a fan. I'm so happy that I've been able to work with you since 2021. And I really feel like AR is the future. I always have. I was working on a rebranding for MyDoll when I was running my digital marketing agency back in 2016. I was like, oh, well, if you need the old inventory, let's just use augmented reality and show the new box design. And they thought I was from a different planet. They really did. Like, QR code, augmented reality? What are you, crazy? So I'm just really happy to see it's definitely getting more and more mainstream. I have a project, America's 250 anniversary. I'm doing an augmented reality art history tour of Jersey City. And I hope to work with Illust on that. But what got me into the whole art history tour, I was in on a chat where somebody had created an augmented reality experience of Holocaust survivors. And I was like, this is insane. This is so fantastic. That was like in 2020. And so it's really great to see these type of projects. I love the Balanced Forces project. I think it's really beautiful, and so many great artists. I feel so honored to be among.
That is so fabulous. Do you think that the AR has shifted how you think about your audience, territory, and maybe even ownership?
I think when I show I combine my physical art with augmented reality, and literally soon as I bring up the phone, it just changes the room. It changes the view. I was just showing in Monmouth Museum with the piece that is in this show, my Keeper of Tides, and the physical piece was there at the museum, and it sold. I had 7 people sign a list to buy the piece, and I'm like, I
Wow.
should have marked it a lot higher.
Wow.
But yeah, and it was the augmented reality that sold the piece. It really was. And like every show I am at, and I show my paintings, they come to life with augmented reality. Every time people they love the story behind the piece. They want to hear this story. I have pieces where they recite poetry as well with augmented reality. I think the augmented reality, it just really allows artists to tell that bigger story. There's my piece right there, the Keeper of Tides. And that is an actual raku sculpture that was made with, I used starfish to create, and driftwood to create the impressions throughout the piece. So that was another factor that had the person want to buy the artwork, because they love the ocean. So and I entered that piece in this show because I knew you're by the shore, so I thought it'd be kind of nice to bring, an element of the sea to the path.
For sure. Well, and that was what was so interesting about this one is I'm so accustomed to seeing your 3D art that seeing the video come in, but the video was just, oh man, it was so good. So it's really hard to, I imagine, for the curation team to go through that. But yeah, it really turned out amazing.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Too. Yeah. That's great.
Z, so I want to ask the same question to you about the idea of how AR might be changing your idea of like public spaces. Love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's like you have this persistent layer of discoverability that's sort of programmatic and hidden. So like as the artists, it frees us up as a whole other medium of expression, right? So we can go hide a story about, for instance, for me, I'm doing the Coralverse. So we're looking at the educational component of, teaching people all about the facts, the science, and so that people can have this ability to relate to the content like on a whole other level. And so for us to be able to participate in this exhibition, have a piece all the way out there, like Port Moody, that's crazy. Like people are discovering this that we didn't even realize that we would be able to get this in front of them, right? So it's just really exciting for us to have that ability, and using the studio is awesome. I love it.
Say, Robo's in the house. Can we bring him up? Is that possible? Yay.
Yeah, we have about 1 minute before we have to jump, but just what's up?
Hey dudes, I have been getting so mixed up with times. I hate the fact that we're over here in Arizona, and anyway, so proud of you guys. Everything looks so beautiful. Your guys' work is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I love the little subtle shadow that you have under all the pieces, bro. Just brings it to life, bro. It's beautiful. I just wanted to say one quick thing. As a muralist, as a graffiti artist, I see this and my mind goes wild. Like I was talking with my wife the other day, like we could do this and that and this and that, and I can go and tag all these places without having to get worried, without worrying of getting arrested or anything. Like, how freaking cool is that? Let's go! But yeah, guys, congratulations on the event. It looks beautiful. I am so grateful to be here with you guys, and yeah, much love to every single one of you. Rob, I'm a Robo. Rob, thank you, brother. So excited for you. JBR, thank you. And all you artists that are here, congratulations on making it in and being a part of this, because it's a beautiful opportunity and a beautiful event to be a part of. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Love
you so
bro.
much.
Love you so much.
Love the energy. Love your passion for this. It really inspires us to keep building the tools. So yeah, well, thank you to all the artists that are here. We're going to switch gears into the last hot seat for the sesh. we're actually gonna bring up my my business partner Tim, and let's see here. Let me make sure that I get him. There we go. Sorry, Gabriel. All right. What's up, Tim? How's it going?
That's all right. How are you?
Pretty good. We're almost through it, but don't want it to end. But trying to keep the time. So
Right? Yeah. So first of all, Tim, where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from LA as well, despite my
Oh, right
accent.
on.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on.
Literally, I'm a
Good.
street away from Rob, I believe.
It's good to see you, and it's
Good
good
to see you
to meet you again. It's lovely to be a part of this with you. And I guess we should just jump in. Illust positions itself at the intersection of art, AR, and Web3. Do you see these technologies reshaping who gets to create, share, and engage with culture in public spaces? And if so, then how?
I mean, it definitely offers a possibility. Will it? There's a still question mark. But yeah, I mean, the whole digital revolution is a democratization of sorts that allows us out there. And the nice thing about hopefully AR, as just mentioned by your previous guest, is that you can do anything, go anywhere. You don't want to get arrested. At least at this point, they haven't done the new law yet for digital content. But whether everybody adopts it, that's a different type of thing. Whether it becomes that sort of thing is also a question. And whether the other 3 billion or I don't know what the correct term is now, the global south is have access to it is another question. But it should enable more people to, do what they want in the world.
Right. Quite right.
And Web3 often it's synonymous with money and economic terms. And just wondering, how do you see it contributing to cultural preservation, the other side of the blockchain, or creative sovereignty, especially for maybe like underrepresented artists?
Well, it's a bit of a both, because creative sovereignty is now available and rights ownership is now available, and the blockchain enables perpetuity as well. In theory, post-human death perpetuity. I mean, society could crumble, the internet could crumble. In theory, it could still be rebuilt from blockchain data. Does that make it different from standard outsider artists practicing outside of the art thing? Will they be recognized? I don't know. Maybe. Will it preserve it more? Maybe. It definitely gives more opportunity. It also gives more opportunity in terms of the medium and what you can do, because the blockchain enables like time-based stuff. So like Steve Reich made a piece that's going to take 17 years to play by monks in a church. And that could all be obviously pre-coded into smart contracts and just running in the world somewhere. So is it better than carving in like a stone? Yes. Is it more dynamic? Yes. Is it a legacy? Will it translate to riches and other things to people? That's still to be seen. I mean, the internet was supposed to do that too, but then that very quickly got, co-opted. But I'm optimistic-ish, despite sounding not very optimistic.
Yeah. What challenges or misconceptions do you see when introducing AR and Web3 to artists or institutions? And how is Illust working to lower those barriers?
I mean, the biggest sort of grit is 3D, because 3D is, even for a sculpture or I mean, we live in 3D space mostly, and yet it is not the most straightforward thing. There are tools like Blender and stuff, which is good, and there are now, I guess, functional AI modelers that sort of work, but that's part of the promise of AR as well, is to be able to sculpt again, because we can all move around in space and we are embodied. And so if we can mold things with our hands, I mean, even a toddler can mold things with their hands. It's like and that's part of what Illust is trying to do, is make these tools less bound to the professional industries and having to have a degree in UV mapping, but rather make it playful and natural and more intuitive of what we do normally, like graffiti or putting a handprint on a wall or remembering a place because you're there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Tim, I mean, being the creative director and seeing things usually way before most everyone, what are some things that are getting you excited about the space, where it's going, or maybe you're just inspiring for you as a creator?
In terms of creation, I'm still on the fence about what's happening with the AI stuff. It's interesting. I do think we might be becoming stuck in the sort of late capitalist model, which is an interesting thing. Like vibe coding and everything is trapping us within the barriers. But that's another day. In terms of, I think things like Farcaster and stuff are very exciting because now we're having honest user behavior. It's like pay you to do this, or microtransactions are starting to be realistic. And so appreciation of art doesn't have to be the highfalutin thing or the NFT scene even. It could be literally a micro transaction and a micro interaction. And stuff like presence starts to become important again. And stuff like AR, because it contains novelty and it's mostly quite fun. Like if people like going to art galleries, they like AR. That sort of interaction can then be, I fear saying monetized, because that does tend to sell everything out. But attention does beget some other stuff. So yeah, the hope is that this technology is slowly getting to a frictionless point where that old promise of let's be creative and get paid for it might actually still work.
Nice. Yeah, it's great. You bring up Farcaster, and it definitely, this idea, I mean, we got into the space in 2020, and there's very much a charm to it where everyone was very supportive and very communicative. 2021 was definitely a blip on the radar where things just got crazy town. Speaking about like Web3 NFTs, but it really seems like that community spirit is alive and well on Farcaster. So it's a decentralized social platform more or less, but you can do microtransactions on chain, and is an area that I try and spend more time on. I need to build it more into my habits. Oftentimes I'm stuck in X land, but Tim's always playing around in that sphere, and it's just really inspiring to see just kind of the stories that are coming out of it. So that's kind of the TLDR on like what Farcaster is and why it's something that could be a useful tool as a creator.
Yeah, I recommend everyone. There's still, it's funny because I remember when Instagram was quite a nice place, which was many, many years ago, just when everybody went off Facebook. But obviously now it's a cursed horror land. But you know, something have an almost community around them, which is very nice. And Farcaster is in that very sweet spot of still feeling like a small room, but still feeling like a community. And you still feel like you matter on it, which the internet's very good at erasing. But and the monetization is such that it doesn't encourage that superstar style monetize, you know, like the OnlyFans or Facebook celebrity or influencer style, you know, gamification. It's a gamification to build the underlying blocks of it, which I find quite refreshing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot to unpack there, but we only have so much time. So Tim, thank you so much for jumping on.
No worries, man.
And yeah,
anytime you need.
We're gonna shift gears into our last artist group chat before we do our outro. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and invite.
I forgot to thank Tim. Thanks, Tim. It's great to see you, Tim. Oh my gosh, I can't help it. I'm so mesmerized by the chat. The chat's blowing up, yo. Like there's so many people talking in the chat. I'm just like trying to get to everybody. So wonderful.
Awesome.
Bye H. Hi, bye H. Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Yay. Zen's here. Oh, Zen's in the house. Chaz should be here. I know he's in the chat. So who are we missing? Oh, David Oxley. David Oxley should be here. No?
I'm not seeing them in the green room.
Okay. Chaz is here. Do you see Chaz?
I don't see Chaz. No.
Chaz, get in the green room.
Well, yeah. So we're looking at. Let's see here. Just quickly, if you don't mind, as we're kind of waiting for some of the folks to come in, if you just mind introducing yourself by H, if you want to start off, and where you're calling in from. Oh, I can't hear you there. The audio is not necessarily coming through. We'll come back to you on that one while you get your audio together. But Zen, maybe a question for you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Portland, Oregon. I'm a scientist and technologist and artist, and yeah, this was just really fun to be a part of.
Amazing, thanks, Zen. And Lynn?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. I'm Lynn Mosqueda, founder of Moonthread Studios, co-founder of LNK Forge, co-founder of Abundant Productions, founder of Witchy Woo. So yeah, I've been in the entertainment business for about 30 years, creating and building on-chain for 6 years with film projects, series, feature films. I do metaverses, mini apps, artist. I don't know, actor, producer, director, writer, things.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Lynn. And it looks like we have, yeah, I think we're good now.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, thank God. Okay. All right. Hello, my name is Halima. I'm the founder of By Age. I am an AR artist. I am stationed in Georgia. I'm stationed like I'm in the military now. I live in Georgia. Originally from Jersey City, so that's why I was shouting out Trish because she's in Jersey City right now. So that's my hometown. And I've been doing AI art for almost a year now, and it's getting lots of recognition. So I'm excited about that.
That's incredible. Well, yeah. Well, thank you so much. Cool. JBR, if you want to fire away.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still trying to figure out how to get Chaz in here, but I guess he doesn't have the login for the green room.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Anyway, maybe you can reach out to him. Okay. So any one of you who would like to answer this, if your AR piece stayed geo-locked for 100 years, what do you hope future viewers could take away from it? Anyone want to take that?
I could take that. Well, I think that my artwork lasted for 100 years, and the viewers are looking at it 100 years from now. They would see that it was the start of a revolution in the AR space. I have this campaign going on that the future is XX. No offense to the men, but women, we need to start speaking loud, dreaming big, and start taking over what we need to take over to help heal the planet, do all the things that we need to, heal it with, without feminism. So that's what I'm doing.
That's a whole other conversation, girl, because I and I'm not even going to get there. I'm not going to, because we don't have that kind of time. But I'm with you, so let's connect.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
How about
yes.
So JBR, to answer that question, my goal is to actually have these physically 3D printed someday, and they will actually last physically for 100 years. There's, this is one piece from like over 1,800 pieces I hope to create, and someday 3D print all of them. But like the piece here, it's physically impossible to have that kind of sculpture in real life. And so I think having the AR be intermixed with real sculptures, I think would be really fascinating.
That's great.
Yeah, and the intricacies of your work, Ed, and I know that you and I have talked about this in the past. There's your work right there on the left. That, to me, you would have to have like 450 acres of land to have all of these sculptures up in real world, right? And I hope to live long enough to see that, because your creations are, oh my gosh, literally monumental.
That's the goal.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. Rob, do you have a question?
Yeah, same question to Lynn. Yeah, if it was geo-locked for 100 years, what would you hope future viewers would take away from it?
Hopefully that it's an overarch of a larger story, because my piece was a siren that I did, and I am huge into mythology and spirituality and the stories of the old gods. So maybe some sort of arc into a storyline that I'm working on in animation or in real life, and that would be kind of cool. Is like a classic story is what it becomes.
That's great.
Right on. Right on. Chaz is in the green room if we want to get him in here. Thanks everybody for your content, the beautiful works. It's been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so I think, are we waiting for Chaz to get in?
He's not. I'm not seeing him.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah. So let's keep moving on. Just because we have only 5 minutes left of the stream. So, if just quick question. Going right back to you, Lynn. Like when you're coming in as a creator, like when you're going through challenges in the creative space, who do you talk to? How do you kind of get that going? Because I know sometimes you can hit a brick wall and you want to get over it.
There are 3 people in my life that I have the conversations with. My youngest daughter, who is incredibly creative and an artist herself and a builder and kind of an engineer in her own right. My oldest daughter, same thing. She's incredibly creative, an artist, a builder in her own right. And Casey is the other one that I run to. So the 3 of them keep me very grounded and always keep me moving and my wheels spinning.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Halima, how about yourself?
So the main entity I speak to is Chat, and her name is Sophia. And I am surrounded I have a very large community of other women who are involved in AI that I can tap into for that energetic support or encouragement and vice versa. So, but the main go-to is my Chat by Sophia.
Sure, that's great. And Zen, how about yourself?
So I've built a system. It's kind of part of my process to randomly create images for me, and so I'm constantly stimulated and getting new ideas by that system. And just I view my art more as exploration of possibilities, and yeah, it's just a blast, and I'm like constantly like blown away by what I see.
Yeah, so are we, actually. All right, everybody. So this is the last final question of the day, and it makes me kind of sad because this has been so amazing, and love all you artists. It's been such a pleasure to curate this, and I guess maybe each of you, this is your rapid fire question. If aliens landed and only saw your AR work, what assumptions would they make about the human race?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say that aliens have already landed, so we'll just start there. But if they came back and saw my artwork, I think they would make the assumption that I'm crazy pants.
And I concur. I believe they already walk among us. And if they see my 7-part series, Dot Matrix Dreamscape, they'd be like, you know what? The human race is actually a genius.
You're being way too kind. You're being way too kind. I'm sorry.
I wear the weight of the human race on my shoulders.
Zen, how about you?
Oh, I think they might realize why we disappeared.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing. We're going to be wrapping up in like about a minute, so I'm sorry to rush everyone off the stage, but we really thank you for jumping in and sharing about your artwork. We have it on screen, and y'all killed it. So
thanks for having us. Y'all are amazing.
Of course.
Thank you. It was a great show.
Be here.
Of course. Oh, and let's see here. Bringing back up the original crew as we do our outro. And we are missing Crystal. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm just going to run real quick. So this is drawing to a conclusion. Again, thank you so much for everything. We actually have a special offer where we're going to be providing one lucky guest of this chat who was tuned in with a year-long subscription to Illust for free as part of this. And I'm going to run the quick offer video.
Wow. I want this.
So we actually have so everyone part of the
right? I want it.
Everyone
Do we
that's
just
here
get it
actually-
because we're all pretty? Can't we just get it because we're all pretty?
Well, you actually get 1 month free as part of this joining. We do have a promo code. It's art-out-side- for the win at TW. It's been running on the slideshow, but it's 1 month free access to the studio for everyone that's been part of this conversation. And if you haven't activated that in the past, we definitely are offering that. The studio is what was used as the medium for showing the works and publishing the works. And and then we're also going to be doing the 1 year for one special winner, and we'll have more details after the chat. But I know everyone has some busy schedules. This is in the middle of the workday for a lot of you, so thank you so much for tuning in. And Crystal, Sven, JBR, this has been an absolute blast working with y'all. And where are we going to go to next? I think this is a big question. So thank you and cheers.
Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you, everybody, for making this possible. It's been a wonderful experience, and we're enjoying it here for the next couple of weeks still. So I look forward to posting more photos and videos. So keep your eyes open for more footage. And thank you again.
Yeah.
So awesome. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you so
everybody
much.
for joining and showing up. The chat is blowing up in the background, even the comments and the area. And it's so amazing, all the energy, and we will keep in touch and we do more things coming soon.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to quickly read. Edward Rodriguez says he wants that freebie. Sandy Martinez says, pick me, haha. Plurality, reality, me too. And John Nell is like, dope. I just wanted to read that off to the freebie for the year. That's a pretty good offering. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be a part of this. I love coordinating the communities, and hopefully one day all the communities will become one, as the world should be one.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, everybody.
Lovely note to end it on, JBR.
Love all y'all.
See ya.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.